And in Colombia, after 43 years of impunity, relatives of victims of forced disappearance by members of the state, event known as the Collective 82, see a possibility of justice after the arrest warrant for 14 former policemen. Our colleague Hernán Tobar with the details.
Rosalba keeps a snapshot of her brother as treasures that are now indelible memories. Gustavo was arrested and disappeared in 1982. He was a student of systems engineering at the National University of Colombia and was 23 years old. The situation left a deep void in the family, but also uncertainty and incessant anguish. His memory endures in Rosalba's memories.
He was an excellent son, an excellent brother. He was always looking out for us so that nothing would happen to us, so that if we needed anything. I also know that he did social work because he had a group with declarations that they did social work. The group was called Quingueyanta. When Gustavo disappeared, it ended.
The case of Gustavo is added to that of 13 young people forcibly disappeared, arbitrarily detained and tortured, all students who were falsely linked to a kidnapping. Later it was known that they had no connection with the event. After this episode, the whereabouts of all these people were not known again, and their families are still waiting for an answer. Now they see a lot of hope and progress in terms of justice after the resolution of indictment and arrest warrant against 14 former police officers who were related to the disappearance in the Colombian capital, an event known as the Collective 82.
They should tell us where they are, where they left them, what they did with them. Because the truth is that we have been like this. It is something that we can never mourn, because if they have not given them to us, then we will always be waiting for them to appear, and we can mourn them, and we can make the mourning and guarantees of no repetition. That is why I do ask for them to be punished. Because if they had been punished from the beginning, we would not count so many disappearances that have occurred here in Colombia.
After 43 years of tireless struggle of relatives and defenders against impunity, they are waiting for the determination of the Specialized Prosecutor's Office against the violation of human rights to clarify the truth about what happened and to establish effective search mechanisms to find the young people and punish those responsible for the crime.
In a case that for many years was in the military criminal justice system and went through several prosecutors until last year it was delegated to a specialized prosecutor of the Directorate Against Human Rights Violations, who studied the file and the request presented by the victims until issuing an important decision for finding the necessary elements of criminal responsibility.
Los abogados de las víctimas elevaron este caso ante la CIDH.
The victims' lawyers took the case to the International Commission of Human Rights in 1992, who pointed out that the state had failed to comply with its obligation to respect the life and liberty of the young people. And in 2022, the case was declared a crime against humanity, which prevented the investigation from being closed.
Hernán Tobar, teleSUR, Bogotá, Colombia.